Pisces. I'm here for your daily collective message. Today is April 10th, 2026, but when you find this message is when you're meant to receive it. Let's take a look and see what the messages are from Spirit. Let's call in Spirit now. Okay, Pisces, this will be a general reading for you. So take what resonates, leave the rest. As not all messages will resonate with everyone. Welcome here if you're new. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you like my videos. And welcome back to all my subscribers. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the likes and shares and hypes and all that good stuff. Hitting those buttons really does help my channel. So if you could do that again for me today, that really does help out. And hitting that hype button is free. So if you got a hype for me and you like the video, please do that. Okay. Spirit, what message does Pisces need to know today? Look at your recent past. 10 of Swords. Ten of Cups and an Ace of Cups. Okay, so in the recent past, it looks like you've turned your back on something that was very painful ending, perhaps something to do with the home or family unit. And you wanted something more. Something wasn't serving you in the past. This doesn't necessarily have to be about the family or home. It could be just a change of location, in other words. Like you may have just decided that you wanted something more for your life, okay? Whether you're moving away from the home and the family, whether you are leaving a family, whether you are divorcing through a marriage, whatever it is, you had a painful ending and you turned your back on it. You're walking away from this family unit or home life, okay? Again, it could just be a home if you don't have a family. You could be turning your back and wanting something more for your life. You're literally wanting different. You want to bring in something new that is very heart-centered. Present moment. Knight of Wands. The Tower at the center of your reading. Okay, so there you definitely are going through a change at this present moment. There is a very big change that you're going through. I feel like you're stepping into something brand new right now. The Nine of Wands in the traditional deck, Rider-Waite Tarot, Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, but she doesn't look very wounded in this deck. She's done a lot basically, and now she's resting. She has not completed that. She has not carried that final wand, but she is ready. She's the wounded warrior, okay, in the traditional deck, but she doesn't look wounded. She looks like she has taken action and she's proud of the action that she's taken, okay? And there's an illumination with this final wand. She finally feels like she's accomplished something, okay? So that's what you're feeling right now here, Pisces. And you're moving into something completely new in your life. There's a big change that's happened for you. But it doesn't, in the traditional deck, you see the tower all falling apart and people falling out of the tower. This is not necessarily what you see in this deck here. The tower is almost like when we talked about a few days ago about the tulips being right underneath the surface, ready to bloom. This is the bloom. This is the change. This is the metamorphosis. This is the spring has sprung right at the center of your deck here. And you can see that the squirrel is looking up, okay? The butterflies are coming out of the ground here. Spring has sprung. So whatever was underneath the surface, okay, is now come to light. And you're walking towards this new endeavor with the Knight of Pentacles being here. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is traditionally about being persistent, okay? Almost like you're going through a like you're walking towards, how do I want to say this? It's almost like you're going through the motions, okay? You're going through the motions of this change here. You worked hard to get here. You're proud of yourself. This change is now occurring right at the center of your reading here. And you're walking towards this new beginning. Almost like you, in a proud way, right? You're standing tall here in this image here. You're standing tall, walking towards what is rightfully yours. What is the near future? Okay, so the near future I see here, I see your independence here in the near future, and you are getting out and you're being more social here with the Hermit being reversed and the Queen of Pentacles. You're sitting tall. Again, you're walking towards that independence here. And in the near future, you are standing tall in that independence. You could be socializing, getting out of the house more. This is change. This is something you haven't been doing. You're not that wounded warrior. You're proud of yourself and the actions that you've taken from walking away from something that didn't serve you in the past, walking towards something that is heart-centered, walking away from the family or home or location or whatever, turning your back on something that was very painful for you. In the current energy here, I see this metamorphosis, okay, of yourself. You're finally worked very hard to get to where you are now. You're walking tall towards this abundance. And in the near future, I see you sitting tall in this independence, getting out and being social. One more near future, please, Spirit. There's your card here, Pisces, the moon. And then we have the Five of Swords. So you're no longer letting something bother you. You're no longer sitting in your subconscious energy in that wounded warrior state or that painful state from the past. You're emerging into this standing tall in your power towards your abundance, walking towards your abundance, standing tall in your independence, getting out and being more social. You finally got out of your head. You're not letting things bother you anymore. Back of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords here in the shadow for what you don't see. Now, I feel like the nightmare is over, is what it feels like. Let's go back and clarify. Please clarify the Ten of Swords. Yeah, you're no longer bound in this situation. You're no longer blinded. You're no longer bound to a situation that caused great pain, that you had to turn your back on. Please clarify the Ten of Cups. So we have this Nine of Pentacles here. So I feel like, this is you. This is you taking back your freedom with the Nine of Pentacles. This is you standing tall and walking away, being that independent person, saying, I can do this on my own. I can make money. I can take care of myself. I don't need this family or this home or both. I can do this on my own. So turning your back and doing it yourself. Please clarify the Ace of Cups. Please clarify the Ace of Cups. I feel like, not only are you walking into your independence, I feel like you're making money too here, Pisces. You're walking towards your abundance. You're walking towards a more luxury lifestyle. You may be getting out and being around people that have more money as well in the near future. More of a different type of lifestyle is what I'm picking up from Spirit. Clarify the Ace of Cups, please. Hey, stop. So I saw that you needed to make this decision in order to, you may have done a lot of meditating here with the Seven of Wands here and then the Two of Wands here, making a decision to go towards something that is fulfilling, something new, walking away. And I feel like this is really about self-love, really honoring yourself, loving yourself, making the decision to walk away. You may have even had an enlightenment of some sort here as well with the Seven of Wands. Perhaps Spirit has guided you towards this decision in the past where you've had to really honor yourself and decide to love yourself more and walk away from what no longer serves you with the family and home, or both, or one or the other. Please clarify the Nine of Wands. Like I said, it could just be that you changed houses or you moved away from family or home. Please clarify the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so you've taken action here. You're moving forward with momentum towards this new beginning, this big change in your life here, Pisces. with the Chariot. Please clarify the Tower. So I'm seeing a big change for you at the current moment here. The change is that, you're letting this heartache go. You're done with this. Clarify this Three of Swords. It's over. Clarify the Three of Swords, please, Spirit. Clarify the Three of Swords. No, too many. Clarify the Three of Swords. Okay. So, yes, this has been divinely guided from you to go through this painful ending in order to change your life. It's like Spirit has been here on your side to bring in balance. This is Archangel Michael, who created this tower moment for you because you were in an energy that was toxic, perhaps, that was not serving you, perhaps. And Spirit is guiding you towards your abundance now. It shook up your foundation in order to remove you from something that was very painful. Please clarify the Knight of Pentacles. So in the shadow here, you may be still being very upset about this with the Nine of Swords in the shadow here. This may have been a nightmare for you that you've gone through. But I see you with the Empress here and the Eight of Pentacles, like you're done working at this. You're done working at this. And it's now time for you to grow mentally, spiritually, and emotionally and walk towards your abundance. Near future, please clarify the Hermit. So you're no longer going to be disappointed by something that has happened in the past here. You're moving out into the social environment. You're getting out there. You're going to have fun. There's no more disappointment for you. You're getting out and being more social again. There's no more disappointment for you. You're walking towards your abundance now with the help of Archangel Michael at the center of your reading, which has pushed you and transformed your life. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles. And I see you living a much more luxury lifestyle in the future. So use your imagination, because whatever you imagine, you're going to manifest. As I have the Seven of Pentacles here and the Queen of Pentacles. She's all about luxury. She's all about the lifestyle, right? The finer things in life. And by you using your imagination, you're cultivating that to happen. You are manifesting that to happen. So use your imagination. Whatever it is that you want, you are going to get, Pisces. Please clarify the Moon. It's not an illusion anymore. Clarify the Moon, please. King of Wands, and then clarify the Five of Swords, please, Spirit. Two of Cups. Back of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands. Okay. So you've got some kind of communication coming in for what you don't see. And I feel like it's related to the near future here. So you're definitely getting out and being more social. You're definitely having fun. There's no more disappointment in your life. You are living I see you living a more luxury lifestyle in the near future. Use your imagination, because whatever you imagine, you are going to get. We do have the Moon card in the reverse position. I feel like, you're now getting out of your head here. And we have the King of Wands as well here in the reverse position. You may be dealing with somebody in the future who's a little rough-natured, or this may be somebody from your past, I'm feeling Spirit is saying here, who's a little rough-natured and kind of tells lies. Somebody that you can't not necessarily believe. They're a little rough-natured. They don't really have compassion. They may also act like they're in despair that you have moved forward. This is some type of broken relationship that you no longer want to deal with. It's no longer going to be causing you headaches. But there's somebody in your energy in the near future where they're basically, you may hear from them with the Eight of Wands here. There may be communication coming in where they're going to say, well, I've changed, but they're lying. They really have no compassion towards you. This is somebody this is a broken relationship, but this person is no longer going to be causing you that mental conflict. You're moving forward. You're getting out and being more social now, Pisces, in the near future. You're no longer going to be disappointed by whatever happened here in the past. You've moved on. This is a big change for you. There is growth. There is luxury lifestyle. There's potential. You've worked really hard to get here, Pisces. You really have. What is the advice? What is the advice? I definitely see like more money for you here in the near future here, Pisces. So the advice is, yep, what did I just say? So we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. New money coming in. You're seeing things for the way that they are now with the Hangman in the shadow in the reverse position. And I feel like, you may be learning new skills as the Page of Pentacles here. You may be being more creative when it comes to your money and how to earn it, which is going to lead you into more of a luxury lifestyle. So I do see that, with the Ace of Pentacles being reversed, I feel like Spirit is saying here, money isn't everything. Okay? Your creative mind, your happiness is what is important here. Even though you may be stepping into an environment where you're making more money, okay? You may be even meeting people or hanging out with people with more money. Don't let that be your main focus, is what Spirit is saying here as your advice, okay? Money isn't everything. Your happiness is. You using your imagination to create the money is what matters. Like that creative part of you is the important part. Doing something that you love here. Moving towards a life that you want. That's what's important here, not the actual tangible money. You're seeing things for what they are now, Pisces. Let's pull a message from Trust Your Vibe to finish up your reading here, Pisces. But overall, this looks like a really nice reading. You're definitely moving into a new phase in your life. You're putting the past behind. You've worked really hard at this. So use your imagination. It's going to lead you towards that luxury lifestyle. where you're going to feel a lot of abundance, perhaps being out, being social. I definitely see a lot of happiness there. No more disappointment. There may be this rough-natured person that wants to try to come back in the near future. They may be calling you or messaging you, telling you that they've changed, but they're just lying to you. This is somebody you need to separate yourself from, because all they do is bring in headache. And you no longer are going to tolerate that. Message from Trust Your Vibe to finish up this reading here, Spirit. Message from Trust Your Vibe. Okay, it says get back to the body, and the number is number 2. So look up your angel number 2. You may have an additional message there for you. It says get back to the body. Let's read what the book has to say on get back to the body. And again, look up angel number 2. You'll have an additional message there. So it says, your inner guidance is communicating with you loud and clear. However, you risk missing these necessary signals if you are stuck in your head, because intuition is subtle and centered in the body. Take a break from overthinking, which leads nowhere and wastes your time. Focus on your body's basic needs instead. Get more rest, drink more water, eat greens and protein, breathe, stretch, and move throughout the day. Relax and take mental breaks. This will lower your stress and open your intuitive channels. Intuitive direction will immediately improve the more you take care of your body. So I feel like, as you're moving through this new change in your life, this metamorphosis at the center of your reading here today, check in with your body, okay? Not everything has to be done right this minute, okay? In other words, you're growing, you're changing, you're moving towards your abundance, but you need to check in with yourself, because when you don't rest, you don't drink water, you don't eat your vegetables and fruits, then the body breaks down, and that intuition inside of you also almost dormants. So when you are rested, when you are hydrated, when you are eating the foods that are nurturing your body good, that's going to help open up that third eye in order for you to know exactly what you need to do in order to move forward towards your abundance in the future. And I feel like that's a reminder from Spirit to really check in with yourself, whether it's meditation, whether it's just taking a long nap, whatever it is, check in with your body, okay? Get that body back to where it needs to be in order to open up that third eye, in order to, realize what you're here for, what your destiny will bring you, okay? You're going through this huge metamorphosis now. And Spirit wants you to check in with yourself. So I'm going to leave the message there, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit the hype button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons if you want to. I will not be around until Tuesday. I'm going out of town. So just keep that in mind for the rest of the weekend. There will be no messages out there. If I do get one in, it'll be because I have time. But I don't think I'm going to have time at all. I've got a lot going on and got visitors in. So please be kind and compassionate to one another. And I will see you sometime Tuesday for your daily. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.